Namaste, my beautiful collective. Good morning. It's Sunday morning. We have a full blood moon on Tuesday. It's very early in the morning this morning. It's 6:20. But I wanted to do this reading yesterday, and I got really busy with my work. So I thought I'd do it today, and I've been watching different tarot readers, and a lot of times I'll use different decks. And I saw somebody that kind of mixed them together. So I'm going to try that today and see, because I think there's a lot of significance, especially if something comes out twice. So we have the Light Seers, Witches Tarot, and the Wheel of the Year right now. So what I'm going to do is shuffle these two decks together. I don't know how good this is going to turn out, because as you can see, there's a lot of cards here. But we're going to try. It's going to be kind of hard to include. My hands are not big enough probably to do this, but I'm going to try it anyway. And I can put this back later. Maybe what we'll do is we'll use two decks. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to fit another one. And then we'll use the Wheel of the Year to clarify. So Angel Spirit Guides. We want to talk about, I am sorry if you hear that scratching in the background. It's my old lady cat, and here goes half the cards. It's my old lady cat, and what she's doing is, I got something from Amazon. I gotta pick these cards up now. I got something from Amazon. I think it was a hat or something for Halloween that I never ended up using. But she's in the box. She loves boxes. So she's in the box and she's scratching around if you hear that in the background. My cats love boxes and bags and like typical cats, you know. I try to keep this contained. So Angel Spirit Guides. We have the full moon coming. I feel some strong energies. I was actually kind of headachy last night and actually this morning when I woke up, which is unusual. I don't get headaches very often. It is quite warm out in where I live in the northeast of the United States. It's quite warm. It's going to be like 75, which is like an early fall or a late summer day or a late spring, however you want to say it. So it's quite warm. I had to shut my heat off. So I don't know if that's got anything to do with the headache stuff. But it's going away, and I'm ready now. We're going to do... I did a nice little meditation this morning right around sunrise. So we are going to do this reading today. And it's just going to kind of be whatever comes out. It's not going to be a pick a card or anything specific where I use specific cards. So we want to know what the angels and the spirit guides can give us for messages for my beautiful collective about the energy of this blood moon, this full moon coming in. I feel a very strong energy. Very strong. So let's do one more shuffle. If we can. We'll begin. This is not easy. But I saw it. I don't know if they actually shuffled on camera. But I saw somebody do it, and I'm like, that is pretty interesting. I never thought of it doing it that way, so I thought it would be a little different. Okay. Here's the Wheel of the Year. I'm going to move that over here for now, and we're going to start with whatever comes out. So the first card is the World, which is the completion of a cycle in some way. And I feel like whatever it is, I better not put my glasses on yet. I have, because I feel it a little bit in my eyes. There was some kind of a completion of a cycle. I feel like whatever this was, it was exhausting to you. I'm not throwing the fan on too. I feel like it was exhausting to you. Um, and I don't know, like, I don't feel like I completed a cycle in any way. I feel like, I don't know. I feel a little bit different. I feel like, there's been ups and downs, but I feel balanced is the best way to put it, other than feeling a little headachy. And I think it's because of the warm weather. We've had cold weather a little early on, like, into September, early October. And then it's kind of been relatively warm, but now it's actually it's like a heat wave here for us. So this completion of a cycle in some way, I kind of get, this could be something that's also finished. Maybe you've changed jobs, you've changed careers, you've ended a job, you've ended a relationship, you've ended a bad situation. Now, in this reading, because it's a blood moon, and I do feel like major events in the world also could have something to do with this blood moon. I feel like there's some kind of connection there. Because the planets really, the planets and what they do, to me, is connected to this matrix that these people call the matrix that we live in. To me, the planets, because you figure the moon can pull the tides. Our bodies are made up of so much water. And if the moon can pull the tides, can you imagine what the other planets do? And how it affects us in life. And being an astrologer for 30 plus years, I understand this. It's very difficult to explain to other people. And a lot of it's difficult because people will pick up a book in astrology and they'll be like, well, this is what it says, but it never happened. Well, every astrological book has a different explanation of, say, a transit or an aspect or whatever. So you have to kind of really take what works for you and not follow what is written in the books all the time. It's good to use that as a baseline, but not exactly, to interpret, especially if you're into astrology. Let's pull the next card instead of me yapping. So Six of Swords. So yeah, completion of a cycle some way, and then there was a passage away from difficulties. So I feel like this has been going on probably for the past 2 weeks. So something that was difficult has ended in this completion of the cycle. So go back 2 weeks and think about that, even to a month, but I kind of get 2 weeks. Then we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. This could have had to do with the romantic situation. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. And it doesn't have to be, excuse me, I needed a sip of water. It doesn't have to be. But, maybe you were let down in some sort of a romantic relationship. So you completed that cycle and you've moved on to calmer waters. There was some kind of fakeness or insincerity or something that was held back from you. And you may have decided, and this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but that's what I'm leaning towards with this card. Now, like I always say in my readings, take it how it resonates. So maybe you ended a job or a career situation and you moved away and you're happy now, you feel peaceful anyway, and you're looking for, you're moving away to a calmer situation. Maybe there was nothing romantically. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Because when we take everything in and something doesn't fit right, what that can do is play tricks on our mind. I am sorry about my kitty cat. She's being very okay. I hear ya. Yep. I'm trying to do something over here, okay, sweetie? Okay, so next card is the Ten of Swords. So yeah, this, whatever it was, shh, stop the seat. Whatever this is, it caused a great deal of pain for you. And this is, like I said, my first 7 cards are usually the past energy. 2 weeks to a month, I get really like a strong 2 weeks on this, that maybe this has been going on. Okay, so next card. The Emperor. So there's an Emperor involved here. And this Emperor, you know, they could be a business owner, an entrepreneur. This could have been your boss. But it's showing up upright. So this person is, you know, has a good moral compass. If it was reversed, I'd say it's different. But the Emperor, you know, sometimes takes a long time to make a decision. But when they do, it's going to be the right one. Let's keep going. So now we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. There's a lot of men here. So this could be co-workers, this could be potential partners. That's coming in reverse. Somebody that's lacking money, maybe. Or this could be you having some financial difficulties in some way. You know, take it how it resonates. It's male energy, but it's all energy, male or female. We always have both in us. We all, doesn't matter what you resonate with. We have male and female energies. Because that's nature. So one more card for the past. And it's the Page of Swords in reverse. So whoever this is in the past, they were also spying and looking, watching you somehow. Okay. Sip of water. So now we're going to move on to the present. Everything's reversed here. Page of Pentacles in reverse. So there might have been some kind of lack. You might have felt like you were in some kind of lack or a lack mentality. I feel like you're coming out of that with the 6 of Swords. It's going to be present energy. Next is the Magician. So I feel like you have the skills or you're manifesting something new in your life with this. And it has to do with this peacefulness, this passage away from difficulties. You're creating, or you're very creative, super creative person, and you have all these little sparkles or all these new ideas here. And they're going to create this huge manifestation for you, this huge abundance in some way. Next we have the Sun, which is the happiest card in the deck. So presently, you have this beautiful energy coming into you, excuse me, with the Magician and the Sun. So you're creating, but this is going to make you very happy. This is what you wanted to do. You're manifesting something in that's going to create your greatest happiness. So that's very positive. And then we have the 6 of Pentacles. So generosity, somebody wants to be generous with you in some way. Maybe help you up, give you a leg up in some situation, be generous to you or possibly children. And it's funny because this landed on the 10 of Swords. Maybe this has caused you some pain in the past. Maybe, if you have children, you weren't being able to be generous. Maybe they caused you some kind of pain. But there is generosity with possibly children involved in the future. Was somebody being generous with you, like they would be with their children. And then we have the Queen of Wands in reverse, covering the Emperor. And, you know, I hate to be negative in readings, and Not that I sugarcoat things, but I try to look for positive even in the negative. Always. In my life, everything. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. This could be somebody that was impeding this Emperor from maybe being generous to you. The Queen of Wands upright is usually this like very attractive, creative, beautiful woman. You know, she's going to be super creative in what she does. Very passionate, whether that be in love or career or whatever. You know, usually very attractive to look at too. But in reverse, it's kind of the opposite. It's like the drama queen. It's the person that stirs up gossip. It's the person that play acts, you know what I mean? And she might have been playing on this Emperor's emotions in some way. That could have caused this pain in the past. This could be a third-party situation in a relationship. Or maybe, you know, maybe you're not in a relationship with this person, but maybe they wanted that, but they couldn't come towards you because of this Queen of Wands, is what I get. This person, like, they would be the one that would be super angry and extremely fiery about it. They're the ones that are going to be the drama queen, the narcissist, female. It's all energy, female energy. But they're the ones that are going to cause all kinds of drama, blackmail this person, you know, that type. Prevent them from doing things, say, you know, you were talking to them and they could even just be, they don't have to be a romantic partner. They could be a friend, a sister, a mother, a cousin, you know, a business associate. But they're preventing it. They're like trying to undermine whatever's going on here. So be very careful of this energy. And say if you receive anything, you know, because some people are off the hinge. You know, I mean, some people are off the hinge. If I was involved with somebody and they, you know, say I was their girlfriend or something, and I'm single, so I don't have to worry about this. But if I was involved with somebody and they decided to go after another woman, that's going to be the last that this person is going to hear from me. If I'm committed to them. Not, you know, if we're dating, it's a little different. But still. They don't get the prizes if it's not exclusive. And if it is exclusive and this person was coming and saying messaging or causing drama in my situation, I would let this Emperor deal with this person, and they may or may not have a chance in my life anymore. But a lot of people allow this drama to happen in their life, and what it does is drags people down. It drags people down because this person, first of all, being so dramatic. First of all, if this Emperor is like that, then they're not a true Emperor. They would be an Emperor in reverse. But if this Queen of Wands is trying to destroy this Emperor in some way, this might be causing him to pause. This could even be at work. This could be like somebody wanting your job or wanting your situation in some way. You know, wanting your position. That's causing drama. It doesn't have to be a romantic thing. But whatever it is, this Queen of Wands presently may be causing drama in your life. Alright, next card. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And I feel like somebody has a financial issue here. It could be this person, this is why she's getting so dramatic. Maybe she doesn't want to work. Maybe she doesn't want to help out this Emperor. But there's a financial problem either with you or, you know, there's a state of lack here presently. But I don't feel like it's with you. I feel like it's with this person. And this might be why she's causing drama with this emperor. Because she can't do things without him. She's financially, she can't. And I'm kind of getting that really strong. So this could be, say you're involved with this emperor, they're your boyfriend or your husband or partner. This could be an ex-wife. This could be somebody that needs money from them. Because they have a serious sense of lack. And they're causing all kinds of drama or trying to financially ruin this person by causing manipulation and blackmail or deceiving them and spending money behind their back. There's something going on like that. And then we have the Hanged Man. So I feel like you're taking a pause. Now we had the Page of Swords here in reverse, which I felt like somebody was watching you, possibly kind of stalking online. You might be taking a pause to kind of clear your head and see the light as to what's going on in the situation. And I'm just going to move these for a second because I want to clarify that. Is that what my beautiful collective is doing? Are they taking a pause from the internet or maybe being a little bit less engaged or quieter than they normally would be on there? And sometimes we just do that because we need a rest. I know I do. Sometimes, I'll be on every piece of social media there is. And then other days that I don't want anything to do with it. It's almost like it's overstimulating for me. Sometimes I just gotta kind of shut down and go on my own. And it's not for any reason. Sometimes it's just overwhelming, or I don't like things that I'm seeing or feeling, and I get off. And it's good to step away. You go in nature, you ground yourself, you go in nature, you do something else that's creative instead of wasting all of your time online. And I kind of get that energy. Get it? Alright, so we have the Two of Wands here, which is kind of growth, waiting for things to grow, waiting for your ships to come in. A lot of times it will show somebody, kind of waiting for that. This is growth. Looking ahead to the future, this is, in a way, to me, this is manifesting too. They're trying to, reap the seeds. The seeds are now vegetables. Okay, so I'm going to move these back now. And I want to know, now, angel spirit guides, what in the future, or what will this blood moon bring into my beautiful collective? We have justice in reverse, so there's been some kind of injustice. Maybe things will be brought to light, because in this Justice card, when it's upright, the reflection looks dark. But it will bring things to light, or bring an injustice to light. Possibly regarding the completion of a cycle in this financial situation. Then we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. That's kind of like player energy. So somebody might be coming in to be all flirty and stuff. Be very careful of who this is. If it's just a simple flirting that you're never going to deal with this person and it's just, joking and kidding around, that's one thing. But if you're going to actually bring them into your life, be very careful. They might have an ulterior motive. But we have this beautiful Ten of Cups, which is emotional happiness. Beautiful family life, love. This is everything you want in a love relationship. It's above the sun, so this is coming in for somebody. And if it's not a romantic relationship, you're just going to have happiness with your family. Of course, the holidays are coming, so that's good news. Just enjoyment love with the Sun card. Then we have the Page of Wands, something coming in with communication. Either about your creativity, about theirs, or just like, it's kind of an immature energy, but it's a sweet energy. Something passionate and creative, maybe a message. We have the Tower, which the Tower a lot of times is the crumbling of the old to make room for the new. And this is over this Queen of Wands. So I feel like whoever this Queen of Wands in reverse is, that situation is changing, that's ending between her and this Emperor. That's gone. He either had an epiphany about her, because the Tower can also mean an epiphany, or she realized it doesn't matter what she does or pulls, you know what I mean? What she pulls for her drama, that this situation is crumbling, it's ending. Either way, there's an ending between these two. That's over. And then we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Am I right? No. I'm sorry. It's the Five of Swords in reverse. So there might have been some disagreements and some fighting, but I feel like that's ending. And then we have Temperance, which that's the Temperance Angel. So things are going to be brought back into balance and happy in your life in some way. I feel like it has to do with this Emperor some way, somehow. This Emperor. And if it's a relationship, you are finally going to get this Ten of Cups. I feel like you thought that this was over. You thought that the situation was over, or there wasn't much more energy you could put into it. And you removed yourself. You moved on to calmer waters because you felt like either it was an up, down, in, out energy, and you were kind of over it. But in the meantime, while all this was happening, this Emperor, whoever it may be, take it how it resonates. Again, either you're the Emperor or you're dealing with an Emperor here. And this Emperor had this Queen of Wands in reverse somehow still in their life, which they still may be. They've just been causing problems, and they're finally, you see there's a little smidgen of light here. They're finally understanding what this is about, and that they can no longer, if they want to have this Ten of Cups with you, they need to get out of this situation somehow, to have the Sun and this Ten of Cups. But what I get strongly is the Temperance, that they just want balance and happiness and peace in the situation again. They want it. I just got a message like however it was at the very beginning, they want it how it was before. So maybe things started out really great at the beginning in some situation, and it took a nosedive somewhere along the way. And I feel like there might have been a lack of finances or this Queen of Wands in reverse causing all kinds of drama and issues. I feel like, this Queen of Wands in reverse, she could have been maybe not watching you, but watching this Emperor's every move if you're not the Emperor. And maybe you didn't know this. Maybe you had an idea of it. Maybe you had a gut feeling. But I don't think you were fully aware that, that this Emperor, like, maybe anytime they wanted to reach out to you, they were being watched by this drama queen. And maybe they weren't even in a relationship with them. Like, if they were, it's wrong. You know what I mean? If they're in a committed, serious relationship, and this Queen of Wands in reverse is saying, please stop messaging or calling this person or dating this person. Absolutely 100%. But the Emperor is upright. And the Queen of Wands is in reverse. So maybe they were doing something, I don't know where that's coming from. Maybe they were doing something behind this Emperor's back. Romantically, but I get strong like financially. Like maybe a large money expenditure or draining the bank account, or using that as blackmail, like I will take every dime you have, I will take you to court, I'll sue you if you leave me. Because people do get that desperate. And what they don't realize, because I've been threatened like that by when I was married for a long time. What people don't get about that is if you're in you work and the money's always going to come back. But all those years of wasted time and energy, and I can vouch for this 150%, all those years of I'm trying to keep my family together. I don't want to do that to my children. I'm going to lose money, or I'm going to lose a business, or I'm going to lose this, or I'm going to lose a home. How long do you want to be unhappy? That's my question. I was for 28 years. And do you know what a fool I felt like for a long time? I had to forgive myself. That everything that I thought was the right thing was actually the wrong thing. Because I cheated myself out of 28 years of peace and happiness. And that's the truth. And I see so many people do it. And I see so many of my friends and people that I know that are in these relationships where they're miserable, or I know damn well there's a cheating situation going on, or they're only there for financial reasons, and I know, that, not only from my friends and the people I know, my clients. I can tell you 1 out of 3 calls is about a situation like this. 1 out of 3 readings, 1 out of 3 calls that I get is about a situation where somebody is either in a relationship with somebody that's with somebody else, or they're in a very unhappy marriage. And they're staying there because of financial reasons, because of a business, because of children. And, my kids told me after, long after I got divorced, why did you stay with him? Like, why didn't you get divorced earlier? Because I was in fear. I didn't know any better. I thought that he would take everything. He threatened me. He threatened me with words. He threatened me with things. And I finally was like, I'm not doing this anymore. And do you know what happened after I made that decision? My life became the sun, and my life became this beautiful 10 of Cups. Whether I'm single or not, I am happy with this beautiful life that I have. And I wish I would have done it sooner. I do have regret about that. But, your life, everything comes in at the right time, divine timing. So maybe all that suffering and all that pain and whatever that I went through that process, that brought me so many beautiful rewards in my life. And I just appreciate my peace and my happiness so much now, more than I did in the past. And I'll tell you what, if it's money, there's no brand new car, there's no mansion or beautiful home, there's no business, there's no friggin' reason, I can tell you from experience, that's more important than your peace or happiness. And if it is, then you're living basically in the 3D, and what comes around goes around. I'm going to tell you that truthfully. It's nice to have nice things, It's nice to be able to live the high life. But because you decide to end a relationship does not mean that that's over. Not one bit. It actually can be better on your own. And I just want to give, I feel like somebody needs to hear that. It can be better. Doing things on your own. It adds value. It makes you appreciate yourself more for obtaining those goals, is the best way for me to put it. And doing things on your own. And you feel so self-reliant, and you learn to appreciate yourself much more. And what happens, and not as much anymore because I think people are starting to wake up. But marriage began to get somebody's dowry. It wasn't about love at the beginning. They were arranged. They were for people to procreate. And I think things are changing now. People are able to handle it. And, women were oppressed for a long time. And in my generation, and I'm not like super old, but I'm older, we were expected to still get married and have children and live that kind of a life. But the difference was our mothers weren't expected to work as much. We were expected to do everything. We were expected to be superwoman. Raise children, work, keep a beautiful, clean house, take our children to appointments and sports, and work 40 hours. Make ourselves look beautiful. Be, ready to go out on a Friday or a Saturday night and look dressed to the nines after we've put in about who knows how many hours. And there are a lot of men that are like that too. I'm not just saying it's women. Some men have gone out and worked their butts off, worked 2 and 3 jobs to support a woman that's just stayed home to take care of the kids. And that's a full-time job. I'm not going to say it's not. But we were meant to think that this toxic imbalance, in so many ways, was okay to grow up with. And it's because of whatever the world, at least in my, I live in the U.S., whatever the country was doing at the time, whatever the, you had to keep up with the Joneses, you had to be that traditional, you had to, do what everybody else was doing, follow the crowd. And nowadays, and especially after, we went through the virus and COVID and everything, everybody's finding these alternative ways to live life. And things are shifting that way. And I think it's a good thing. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with marriage. Marriage can be a beautiful thing if it's correct. And if it is meant for love, which, that's what I grew up thinking, that you were in love when you got married. You love somebody. You want to spend the rest of your life with them. And I hope that that's still true to a certain extent. But it's not an easy thing to pull off. It's not an easy life. Like, it's not all sunshine and rainbows like a lot of people think it is. And if you find that person, there's going to be ups and downs. There is. Nothing's going to be a party all the time. That's for sure. Especially if you have a family. But when it gets to be toxic and you get somebody that's, blackmailing you emotionally or spending finances that you don't have and literally basically destroying you in a marriage or in a romantic situation, the commitment, that's no good. That's destructive, and that's only going to hurt you later on. It is what it is. So, anyway, back to this temperance. So there is going to be, I feel like it's divinely guided. that there's going to be some kind of temperance in the situation. Whoever I'm speaking to that either went through this with somebody else or going through this with this person, whoever I'm speaking to, you're going to have the sun in this beautiful Ten of Cups. And you're protected by this temperance angel. You are protected by them. You're protected by the divine. Anything that anybody's trying to throw at you, whether it's negative energy or drama or even spell work, it's not going to work. You are protected by the divine. So let's do a couple of oracle cards and we'll close this reading. Let's see. We got the spirit animal deck here. Look. I'll get that later. Okay, let's do the spirit animal deck. Pull a couple of cards from this. Actually, right now, it feels like summer in my house. It's like I have to open the doors and the windows. It's getting warm. Alright. Let's get the deck. Whoops. We have the buffalo spirit. I thought it was a panther. It almost looked like it. The abundant universe will provide. So if you've had money issues, and I get the number 10. So the 10th of the month might be important to you somehow. So if you've had financial issues in any way, or somebody's trying to blackmail you financially, know that you're protected. Then we have the lion spirit. Be generous of spirit. Number 37 could be significant to you. But I definitely get something about the 10th of the month. We'll pull one more card. And then we have the number 3, armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries, which is something you might have to do with whoever that drama queen energy was. You might just have to cut her off completely. Sometimes you have to go no contact with a person like that. And I'm not going to do, we'll do a moonology card and we'll do the angel answers. I'm not going to do any romantic cards. I want to keep this basic because I don't know. It could be. It could be a romantic reading. This could also be a career thing where you have competition from this Queen of Wands in reverse. And they're going to this Emperor that might try to, like, blackmail you. You know the type that has to have all the attention. They're basically an attention whore. They have to have the recognition. They have to have the accolades. They have to get the attaboys. They don't want anybody else in the company seeing that or getting that from them. All right, moonology. Pick a couple of cards from that. Because I can't believe I'm saying this in the first week in November that I have to open my doors and windows because it's getting too warm in my house. Isn't that crazy? I'm not complaining because it's going to be a beautiful day. And I got to wash my floors and stuff and do my rugs. So I like the air to come in and dry them. And it just smells so nice after. But let's see. All right, one more shuffle. We have communication is key, new moon in Gemini. Somebody could be a Gemini. Maybe there's a lack of communication, but that's very important in the situation. This could be a global thing too, like, you know what I mean, that we find out about. Your hard work is paying off. So if you are working hard and this is a career thing, or if you're trying to, you know, get together, the new moon in Capricorn, that might be significant too. Maybe when it will all come into fruition. And this one is Have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. So the waxing crescent moon will probably be in December or end of November after the new moon. So around the last week of November, I get, because where are we now? We're at November, what's today, the 6th? So around the end of November is going to be the new moon. So early December, something's going to be like I kind of get a wish fulfillment. All right, now angel answers. Let's do a couple of those, and then we're going to close this reading. I feel like these are all messed up, these cards. I don't know why. Yes, they are. Wait a minute. Let's see. Just 1 second, my beautiful collective here. They must have fell out of the box at some point, so we're going in 2 different directions here. But we're almost there. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we are. So let's do that. Angel answers, we're going to pull 3 answers here. And then we're going to close this reading. The sun's coming out. Whoops, dropped one. Got the dropsies today. So we have romance. So there is some kind of romance in the situation. Then we have opportunity. And it's just not the right time right now, but I feel like in the future it will be. So my beautiful collective, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I want to send love and blessings to all of you. I also, before I finish, I want to say with this blood moon, I feel, and I'm not a big news watcher, but I feel like there's going to be some very big thing that's going to come up in the news. I don't know what it is. I can't tell you that. But I feel the strong sense that something major is either going to be uncovered or something's going to come up in the news that you're going to be like, wow, this is like huge. And I'm not trying to scare anything. It could be something wonderful too. But something's going to come up that's huge. It's huge news. And I feel like that's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday. So if you like this channel, please like, share, subscribe. I love your comments. I have the TikTok channel that I share videos twice a week on. And if you want any information, I'd like to book a reading with me. The link is in my description box below. I want to send you love and blessings for a beautiful and happy November. Namaste.